And welcome to day 9 here on the RDP Advent Calendar. Today I'm going to be answering the question, does stability help you build strength and muscle? And what role might that very well play, especially with progressive calisthenics? But before we do that, let's jump into today's calisthenics training tip. Today's calisthenics training tip is all about handstand-free bodyweight shoulder workouts. Now, bodyweight workouts, when it comes to shoulders, usually people recommend handstands, and for good reason. It mimics an overhead shoulder press. But I know for some folks, myself included, handstands, especially when you're starting with calisthenics, be a little on the intimidating side of things. In which case, what are your options? Well, here are 3 exercises that I recommend giving a shot. The first, of course, as you just saw me doing, is kind of this dive bomber style push-up. From the perspective of your shoulders, it still mimics that press. You're still taking your shoulder and driving up overhead. So the motion is very similar to still a barbell overhead press or with dumbbells and handstands, but there's a lot less weight on your hands and you're not inverted. So neurologically and muscular-wise, it's a lot easier on the system. Think of it like starting with a standard push-up position, elbows in, shoulders are back, and you just push your butt up in the air with your hands. And then back down. You can progress or regress this by how close you're getting to the floor. If you stay fairly high and you push up, leaving some sort of a gap between the floor, it's a lot easier. If you stay real close and low, that is a lot more difficult. Trying to squeeze the arms in or bringing your hands closer and towards each other is another way that you can progress, with wider hands being easier. Yep. And narrower hands being a lot harder. Another fine exercise, like if you have a set of suspension straps like a TRX or the monkey bars like these, is the Y-fly. The Y-fly is like the body weight equivalent of those lateral raises and front raises and upright rows that you see people doing in the gym with dumbbells. It's very simple. You start off with your hands close together like this, arch your back, lean back to appropriate resistance, and then bring your hands straight up like you're dancing YMCA. This targets the deltoids beautifully, as well as the upper traps in the back, a little bit in the extensors and the forearms. Lastly, you have the classic frog stand exercise. While technically this is a handstand exercise, it's not full inversion or full weight on your hands, so it's a nice way to kind of ease into your handstand approach. So it's placing the hands here, knees are on the upper arm here, and gently pressing your weight, shifting forward until you can pick your feet on up. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then shift on back. And if you can't come all the way forward or feel uncomfortable doing so, you don't necessarily have to come all the way forward. Just coming forward, placing some weight on your hands, and then shifting back a few times will give you that feeling of confidence of getting your weight onto your arms and your hands for stability as something you can build over time until you're comfortable going into the full frog stand. Any one of these exercises can be a legitimate shoulder movement in and of itself, but you can cycle through these 3 things in a complete workout to kind of get the whole shooting match. I left the workout down below in the description if you want to check that out, or build your own. If you have any questions on it, leave it down below in the comments section. So today's question is pertaining to what role does stability play in helping you get bigger and stronger? And this is a very good question, especially when it comes to progressive calisthenics, because a lot of advanced exercises like handstands and pistol squats and any single limb movement requires a lot of stability. And a lot of people say, well, I don't really practice that. That's a quote skill move. Or that's a balance move. That won't really build strength. When in reality, we need to have the opposite mentality about the whole thing. One of the best things you can do for your ability to get bigger and stronger is to become as stable as possible. Or, the way I say it, you can only be as strong as you are stable. But people confuse stability with balance. So, here, let me show you. This is balance. All right? This is the kind of balance activity we typically think of with pistol squats and stuff. That's what balance is. Stability, totally different animal. This is stability. And it's not just being able to hold something in place, it's being able to control its position in space. This is incredibly important to understand because your brain will not allow more tension to go into your muscles until you feel stable and secure enough to handle that tension in the first place. You may have experienced this firsthand if you've ever tried to run real fast across a field of wet grass or ride your bike across snow or ice or wet mud or something. You'll find that you just can't put the power down because your brain is more concerned with your survival than your performance. So when you get in an environment that's a little unstable, it's going to be like, whoa, hold back. I don't want you to use too much power. If you're not using too much muscle tension, you can't get bigger and stronger. So I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, doesn't that mean we need to be more stable in our environment? So we want to not do things like pistol squats and stuff? And on the surface, that does sound good. Forget even the free weights, just do everything on machines. Which is why I really believe a lot of people, especially when they're starting out, will make more progress building muscle and strength on machines than anything else at first. However, even there, your stability will hold you back because your mind isn't about so much the stability of your environment, it's the stability of your body in place of your environment. So this is why doing exercises with a little bit of a stability component to it, but not entirely so that you can't put any power down, is the perfect blend to build both strength, control, coordination, and that's going to leave you open to a much bigger potential to get stronger and bigger in the long run. So what are some of your best body weight shoulder building tips? We'd love to hear from you down below in the RDP community. If you have any questions for future videos, leave those down below as well. Till then, be fit, live free.